Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, dude. It's been a long time coming. We met up at the TNBC Second Annual Bash, man. You took the time to hear my pitch for this interview, so I
Yep, yep,
appreciate you taking the time.
yep. That was a cool little bash down there in Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, man, he has it going on over there, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what's up.
I'm still trying to get Wade Raider on here, but we'll see.
Yeah, he was cool. I talked with him. I chopped it up for a little while over there at the bash. He's a good dude.
Yeah, man. So how'd the move go?
Well, we haven't quite moved.
Oh, okay.
We're leaving Denver the 28th, but we bought ourselves a nice RV and shit, and we're going to Mexico. I got that show down there, the Baja Summer Fest that's going on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of August.
Yeah, that's
Should
cool,
be a
man.
banger. It looks like everyone's headed down there. Are you going to be down there?
I wish, man, but I'm trying to go to 4
Yeah.
games this year. And
I feel you.
So that's
I'm lucky that they picked up my tab for it. So
Are you gonna perform?
yeah. Oh yeah. That's why they're paying my way for everything and hotels and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I mean, you've been a performer for a while, not just a Raider rapper. You've also you've produced and written and directed short films, right?
Yep. And I've done music with a lot of gold and platinum artists too, like and not just mixtape shit. I'm talking real tracks where they recorded with me, with like Tech Nine, Cut Calhoun, Young Buck from G Unit, Starlito, Haystack, Bubba Sparks, and MC Magic. That SA rapper that kills it for. He used to be with MB Riders, and I used to love his shit back in the days.
That's cool. You're also a fan of metal, right?
Oh yeah. I love metal too. I've just recently put something on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I'm a motherfucking Raider.
It's a straight metal song called "Evil Bitch."
Oh yes, I did listen to that one, dude. I can relate.
Yeah,
man. I know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. That was my ex a long time ago, but yeah, that one that was a cool song. I actually made that song years ago. Just never released it.
Yeah. Dude.
So
sitting on the Autumn Wind as a Raider homer, dude. I can.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I can play the Autumn Wind metal style. So
Yep.
one day we'll get together, man. And like you have the experience. I haven't released it yet because I want the high quality when it comes to the song.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have my recording studio mobile in my RV, so we could meet up sometimes somewhere.
Well, you think you coming to the Houston game?
Possibly. I know I'm. The ones I know I'm going to are the New York one, and also, I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to perform out there too, for the Raider Fan Convention, and then I believe they play in Tennessee this year. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure though, and that's not far from where we'll be living, so I'll probably go to that one. And then in Indianapolis this year too, I think.
I don't know. Here, let me look at the schedule real quick.
I'm pretty sure we do. I've just been so busy with moving and everything, I haven't really even got to plan out, the games I'm going to yet. But I looked at it a few times, and I kind of remember at Tennessee and at Indianapolis, if I'm right.
Yes, sir. At Indianapolis. That is week 4.
Yep. We'll be at that one.
Oh, yeah. And then Tennessee in Oakland, week 14.
Oh, that's in Oakland?
Yeah.
The Tennessee? Oh, damn. I was hoping it was in Tennessee because That's right on the block, basically, from Indiana.
Okay. No, but
Yeah.
the Jets game, man, I'm trying to go up there too, man, with the silver and black the silver and black Empire and Black Thanos, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the core
Yep.
four, man. But yeah, I would love to see the Raider fan convention also.
Yep. Yep. I definitely want to do that. I want to be out there. So
Cool,
I'm planning on that one in November.
well, maybe we can record it then.
Yeah, that's possible, definitely. When is the game Houston, you said?
Let me see. The Houston game is week 8, Sunday, October 27th.
I may be able to make it there. It's not that far, I don't think, from Evansville, Indiana. Because we'll be in the southern part of Indiana.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be a possibility to do that. We'll hook up on week 8.
Well, cool. Yes, if you come to Texas, though, dude, hell yeah, we got to get together, man. I'm in Austin, so absolutely, man. I can even bring my guitar easily on that one.
Yep. Yep, that would work. We could lay it down in the RV.
Hell yeah.
My wife will just have to take our 7 dogs out for a walk or something.
Yeah. Might be a little tight.
Yeah, well, we got a big ass RV, so our RV will have enough room for all 7 dogs.
I saw the picture that you were showing.
Well, we didn't end up with that one. We ended up picking a different one that was cheaper, just because I didn't want to spend all our money on just an RV,
right.
And and that other one was expensive. But this one's still a 35-foot long, and it's got 2 slide outs, so it's still a big monster.
Yeah, man. No, that's cool, man.
Yep.
All right, well, so you're moving to Indiana from Colorado. So
yep.
I guess we'll just go ahead and let me ask this. What is it like being a Raider fan in Colorado?
As crazy as it sounds, okay, there's a lot of haters, obviously, the Donkey fans and shit. But, I mean, this town, they light it up, silver and black. We have a club, well, there's 2 clubs out here now, but it used to be just the ORSBC, Oakland Raider Soldier Booster Club. Now, they would, in its biggest day before we got kicked out of downtown for too many fights with Donkey fans, yeah, because it was right in the heart of downtown Denver, next door to the Donkey Bar. So, of course, there was a lot of fights. But we were getting, they would do a clicker to see how many people would be in there. On an average week, over 500 Raider fans in there. And you weren't allowed to wear anything but Raiders in there. If you showed up in any other, I mean anything, not just Donkeys, but anything, you weren't allowed in. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of Raider love in Denver, I'll tell you that.
That's good.
A lot of hate, too, but...
I can't stand the Donkey fans, man. They used to come around at the warehouse. They would tuck in their jerseys, and they would, that's another first down, blah, blah, blah. Man, I hated that shit, man. I hated those guys, man.
Yeah, they're stupid. I've had to live around them for a long time, but, yeah, I'll be done with that shit soon.
Hell yeah. How long have you been in Colorado?
Off and on for a long, long time. But I've lived here, New York, L.A., Riverside, out in California. Between those spots my whole life.
You're from California?
No, I'm originally from New York.
Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. There's a lot of New York Raider fans, man.
Yeah. My first game I ever watched was the Raiders against the Vikings in the Super Bowl, and of course I'm a little kid and I see the logo of the Raiders and I see the swords and all that shit through the head, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And so that's how I became a Raider fan originally, and plus Ken Stabler, John Matuzak, all them guys, Cliff Branch, Fred Biletnikoff, Dave Casper. I mean, it's Otis Sistrunk. It goes on and on. They just, they were cool.
Hey, so who's your favorite Raider?
At this point?
Or I guess whoever at the beginning.
All time, all time, I'd have to say Ken Stabler.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. I mean, Ken was
the dude was just cool. He was just cool.
Oh yeah,
that dude was hella cool. Also, I mean, there's so many that I have love for that it's not even funny. But I think that was my first one because, and probably my favorite to this day, just because he was the one that was the quarterback, and when I first started watching the Raiders, and he was just cool as shit.
Now I saw your Raider room. You had an autographed Bo Jackson jersey in there.
Oh yeah, I love Bo. Bo is right there with him. I mean, it's a shame Bo never really got his chance to have a long career.
Right.
He would have did a lot of things, and I know we would have won at least one or two more Super Bowls had he got to play his career out as a Raider.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't have got beat by Buffalo that year he got hurt like we did.
Yeah.
If he would have been healthy.
Yeah, we would have definitely. I mean, he was just barely getting to the prime of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was a monster. No one could stop him.
Well, I mean, the man went on to play professional baseball with an artificial hip. The dude was a badass, man. I have an autographed jersey in my Raider room, so that was one of the first things I saw in your Raider room.
Oh yeah. My poor Raider room's disassembled right now, just because it's ready to be moved. So I don't even have a Raider room at my house for a little while. It kind of sucks, but but I'm gonna have a mobile Raider house real soon on the road with a lot of Raider stuff in it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Put some stickers.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, get some magnets or whatever, some stickers, and put them on the outside also.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be repping. I got to find some real big magnet ones though, or something, or just get some stickers made. What were those one things they used to have that you could stick on your wall? They had the players and
fat
stuff.
Heads, man. I got a Charles Woodson and a Derek Carr.
Yeah. Now if I could get those, I could throw those on the side of the RV. Those would look tight.
Hell yeah. I had a Khalil Mack also, but
Yeah. Well, that's a sensitive subject, but I don't know. I don't hate Khalil Mack, but
no, not at all.
I think it could have been handled better on both sides. Honestly, I'm okay with what happened though at this point, just because had we gave him that kind of money, we would have never been able to get people like Antonio Brown or any of the things that are going on right now.
Right.
And so, I mean, there's pros and cons to both sides of it, so I'm definitely happy with where we are. I think this year we have more talent than we've had in a long time.
Yeah. This team is
even more than 2016. I think we have more talent. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, will it all blend together this season, and will we have a record of 12-4 or better? I don't know about that, but I do think we'll be an 8-8. My honest opinion is 10-6 is what we'll go this year. But I think next year's the year that we're gonna really, really be ready. I think everything's gonna come together.
Man,
we got a lot of young players, huh?
Nah, you were stealing my thunder, dude. Yeah, 10-6. I've been saying that for a while, dude. Because
me too.
Gruden is not gonna lose with this roster. Last year, he had us in a lot of games, man. A lot of games, real close until the fourth
we weren't
quarter,
as bad as our record.
Right. It looked bad on and when you look at the win-loss record, but if you were watching the games, man, we were in them for a long time. There were only maybe 2 or 3 that we got blown out. Even the Chiefs game, right at the end of the year, we got blown out. But Tierra Whitehead, if he'd have caught those 3 interceptions, that's a whole different game. If Cook didn't, miss the hot read or whatever, then that's not that pick six. Take that pick six off the board. And then when Colton Miller chased down Reuben Foster, and we had that goal line stand. I was stoked. I wish we could have won that game because I cannot stand the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, that's right up there with the Donkeys. I hate the Donkeys the worst, but that's up there.
Yeah, for me it's the Chiefs, man. I've always hated them.
Yeah, mine's the Donkeys because living in Colorado.
Yeah.
Plus, my mom slapped a Denver Bronco in the face when I was a kid. And, that really started my hatred for the Donkeys. There's a dude named Randy Gradishar that used to play for the Donkeys. And, well, anyway, we were at this mall. It was called Cinderella City, and he was signing autographs in front of a store called Mady and F. I don't know if you remember those things. You got to be old to remember those. But anyway, it was he was signing autographs out there. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know what he was doing. So I was looking at him. He said, "Hey, kid, you want my autograph?" And I just looked at him. I didn't know who he was. I said, "Yeah, sure." And so he said, "Get in the back of the line and wait your turn like the rest of everybody." And my mom, it was a crazy New York woman from the Bronx. And, yeah, my mom wasn't having that. So she said, boom, slapped him across the face. Security came and grabbed us and made us leave the mall. They actually banned us from the mall, but we were there about a month later.
Yeah,
my mom didn't care. Yeah.
Screw those bans.
Yeah. But so yeah, that started my hatred for the Donkeys. The Chiefs, I hate them like right there with them. Not quite as much as the Donkeys, but yeah, I don't like the Chiefs either.
Oh yeah. Mahomes, dude, Mahomo, man, I can't stand that guy, man. A lot of people are thinking that he's gonna be the next greatest QB or whatever, but man, dude, he was fitting those balls in there, way too tight to be consistent like that. He can't. I don't think he's gonna be able to be consistent like that, throwing that ball across the field like that, man. Mm-mm.
Well, I also think teams are now going to have more film on him, and see his tendencies. And I don't think he's. I mean, I ain't saying he's going to be garbage, but I don't think he's going to have a season like he did last year ever again in his whole career.
Nah, that was a fluke season.
That's my opinion too. And if I'm wrong, I'm gonna hate life if he even does better. If he does better than last year, oh God, it's gonna be a long time. Someone needs to take him out at that point. We need to put Perfect or bring Romanowski out of retirement or something.
He probably still could play.
Romo would have killed him.
Oh man, you remember when he tackled Shannon Sharp and bent his elbow back? And hurt him?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah. He came and
I
did that. I was
too.
like, all right, you're a Raider now, man.
He was the true meaning of a Raider. There was another player, Alzado, that did the same thing. I hated him when he was a donkey, but when he went to the Raiders, I loved him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little too young for that, but
Yeah.
But I remember I look at the highlights, man, and yes,
he was a badass. Yeah. He was a monster. Yeah, but I think Perfect could fill that role real well.
Oh yeah. They're not.
A lot of people didn't like this. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the signing. I loved it. I think he's a Raider through and through.
Well, I think it gives us balance, because like the whole knock was, well, what happened to signing players that have character, that are all about character. You get some of those guys, you draft those guys, right? And then you bring in some of these knuckleheads and you balance it out. Because if we're all, too soft, that ain't going to work.
You got to have a mean streak. Yeah. That's what the Raiders were built on.
Yep.
Was players like Ted Hendricks, any of them guys. They were psychos. Yeah, they were psychos back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And that's what you need. You need a few of those guys. I think Perfect is perfect for that.
Yep.
I know one of our controversial signings just got suspended for 2 games today. Richie Incognito. I don't know if you read about that.
Yeah, I seen it, but I was anticipating that. Everybody knew. We all knew that was coming. If you didn't know
I'm okay with only 2 games.
Yeah, we got lucky. I thought it was gonna be 4.
Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't 4 or more. So I'm okay with just the first 2 games. Plus that dude Denzel Good, he's a pretty good player too. I think he'll be all right for the first 2 games.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Good.
I think Incognito's going to bring an attitude to our offensive line, though. I think that'll help.
He's going to be
something we didn't have last year.
Yeah, he's going to be the perfect on the offensive side. That nasty. He just got to keep his head together and keep his mouth shut. Yeah,
as long as he doesn't do all that stupid shit, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, they signed him to a real small contract. He ain't getting paid no big money. So if he doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
But if he does work out and we have an all-pro caliber guard, you know, for almost nothing, then, you know, hey, it's a steal at that point.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and find out, like, what made you want to become, like, a Raider rapper, you know, other than just being a fan?
Well, I've been a rapper for a lot of years, so that was just in my blood, you know, and I just, you know, since I had a local career in Colorado, I didn't do any Raider songs for a long time because I was doing real good, making a lot of money out here in Colorado, throwing shows and doing all that. So I kind of had to just, you know, my people all knew that I was a big Raiders fan. And once in a while, I'd sport a Raider cap still at a show I was doing, and yeah, they talk shit, but whatever. I didn't care. But I finally said, you know what? I don't really care. And this was, you know, probably 6-7 years ago when I first started putting more Raider stuff together. And I just decided, you know, I don't really care about if I lose fans out here or whatever. I'll gain them in other places. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's the Raider Nation, you know, have your back.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So I you know, and I've always loved the Raiders, so it was easy for me to write about them, you know, because it's from the heart. It's like, it's not hard for me to write a Raider song.
Right.
So and it's something I enjoy doing. And I'm not I don't really do a lot of regular other music other than Raider music anymore. I just I don't like where the rap game is at this point in regular hip hop and shit. I ain't feeling it. So I can do my style the way I want it, and Raider Nation usually appreciates it. I get a lot of love out there. You know, every city I've done shows in, I've gotten a lot of love and stuff from a lot of people that I didn't know before. I've met so many people across the country now that are Raider Nation, and it's awesome.
Yeah, man. I
can't wait to do the show in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, man. Don't be shining lasers in people's eyes though at the stadium. You know, don't do that. But
yeah, no, I ain't doing all that.
Go down there and rock it, man.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm putting some new shit together for it, so it should go real good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You got a title for it yet?
For the new songs?
Yeah.
Well, one is kind of under wraps right now. I want to just show it when it's time. So it's kind of, because it's something that I'm about to start, an organization I'm about to start.
Okay.
So I can't really spill the beans on that one yet.
I tried, Raider Nation. I tried.
There you go. Yeah, it's something I'm trying to put together. Hopefully I'll have my shirts and everything ready for it down in Mexico and get this shit off the ground.
Are you gonna record it and all that? You know, make a video?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be taking a lot of video down there. Some of the video from Texas is gonna be up in it too. So
cool.
I got video from all over the country and stuff, and I'm gonna get some from New York and just put all kinds of stuff together.
Oh, cool, man. So
yeah, it's gonna be tight. You'll get an exclusive on it.
All right, there you go, man. Hell yeah. Hey, so
yeah,
you know, you showed up on MTV. What's the name of that show? Ridiculousness.
Yeah, Ridiculousness.
So I mean, what's that process like? You just turn in that it's like America's Funniest Home Videos. You just turn that video in, or did they contact you?
You can't. They won't accept submissions. They have people that scout the internet and they find the videos they want. They won't. They actually, if you submit something, they won't open it and they won't look at it or anything. So they just found it on the internet and asked me if they could have permission to use it, and I was like, yeah. I kind of thought it was fake at first, but I found out it was real after a little bit, and I was like, yeah, run with it.
That was cool. Violator was on there, and they were talking to Too Short.
Yeah, Too Short. That's why they did the thing. The segment was called Silver and Black and Blue. Because a lot of it was like fights in the stands and just crazy stuff going on. So they called it Silver and Black and Blue, and they did it for Too Short, because he's an Oakland legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they did that.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they reached out, and I was like, yeah, let's get it.
But you didn't get paid though, right?
Well, I would have, but since I was skeptical, they wanted me to fill out an I-9 form, and I would have had to give my Social Security number over the internet to someone I didn't know that was real or not. So I turned it down, and they had another way. They said, well, you can submit this other form that gives us rights to use it, but you don't get paid, so you don't have to fill out an I-9 form. I said, I'll take that one. So I didn't get paid, but at least I still got on there. It was only $300 anyway. It wasn't like money that was going to make or break my life or nothing.
Yeah. Well, at least you made it though.
Yeah.
Prime time.
It was pretty cool. I always, when I was a kid, MTV was an all music station, and I was coming up, as an artist when I was young, and I always said I want to be on MTV. Well, I didn't think it would be for kicking a plant and screaming Raider Nation, but
you made it though.
I'm top of the world, Ma. I'm on MTV. It got me there, but yeah, at least I was repping Raider Nation, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man, so, you didn't look, too foolish, Just
no, some
around.
People look like crazy. Oh my God. That shows sometimes people are making fools of themselves. I was just having a good time.
Yeah.
And they didn't really make fun of me. They made fun of my wife's laugh who was recording it. They were like, she sounds scared. She sounds scared. Like he woke her up to do this. And I was like, I thought it was funny. They didn't even really make fun of me, so I was like, cool.
Man, that's cool, dude. Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up in MTV, they were playing cartoons a lot, Beavis and Butthead and what was that, Max or whatever, but they changed a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was all music when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All music videos. Yeah. I thought I'd be on there one day for a music video, but it is what it is now. I still got on there.
Hey, well, do you direct your music videos that you put on YouTube?
Yeah. I do everything. I edit them, do all the work on them.
Yeah, editing's a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, it's time consuming is the main thing. A lot of time involved to edit a video, unless you don't have a lot of cuts. I mean, where it cuts from footage to footage, which I see that on some people's video, and sometimes it works, but I like to have a lot of different people in it, like a lot of Raider Nation.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of cuts in my videos so that I can show more people. And, it's just time consuming to do that, but it's worth it.
So
I like to give love to the nation.
Hell yeah. The one true nation.
Yep.
So have you ever worked with 4Dub?
I am supposed to. They actually sent me a song, and I need to record it. I've just been so busy. But, we're going to have a new song together real soon.
That's cool.
And I've done a lot of shows with them and stuff, too, before.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're pretty good, too.
Yeah, yeah, they're real cool. They've done a lot of stuff. So is there's a lot of groups out there that I like. The Raider Boys are cool too. Yeah. That one kid I like, I can't remember his name right now. Oh man, my mind wasn't even on it right now. But there's a lot of them. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, there are a lot of Raider rappers, man. I kind of wanted to do like a Raider metal band, but how do you sing about the Raiders in metal,
Oh yeah. I've that's why I've put a little bit of metalish to some of my songs. If you notice, like We Raider has a guitar in it, and so does I'm a Motherfucking Raider. I don't know if I can say that on your show.
No,
yeah, I can.
I just said
yeah. You're not censored. That's just funny. But yeah. Anyway, both of them have guitar, and I like to use some guitars.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I got a few coming out in the next, I'd say by the end of the season, I'll probably have 3 more Raider music videos out.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'll definitely be looking
more this year
that.
than, yeah, definitely. Thank you. More this year than any year before, that's for sure.
That's cool, man.
But
yeah.
that's because I got my own studio now. I got my own recording studio, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of hate living in Denver from recording studios. No one wanted to record me out here.
Oh, man.
They'd be like, "Oh, I'm not doing a Raider song out of my studio," all bitched up.
Do they have any donkey rappers?
Oh yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, one of the dudes I used to rap with in a group called IKME, Individual Kings Media Enterprise. We won the best rap group in Denver, Colorado, out of 64 groups. It was like a contest that took 3 months to do in 2014. And anyway, this guy D.A. Dub, he's a friend of mine, but he is oh my God! When I go in his house, I want to puke. It's all orange and it's just, it makes me sick physically when I walk in his house. I'm like, I bring Raider shields with me and all kinds of shit, and I feel I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna turn like the Exorcist in that house or something.
Yeah, man, it was tough growing up as a Raider fan here in Texas. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in enemy territory like that,
Yeah. The good thing is you get some real the Raider fans that are out here and rep hard. They're diehards totally. You can we walk proudly out here. We used to have like marches down through downtown and stuff, like about 300 deep and stuff, and all Raidered up, marching through with a boom box and playing Raider songs and shit.
That's badass.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sure, you heard.
Yeah, the newspapers out here wrote a thing about me doing Raider rap in enemy territory. They called it. It was pretty cool. And they posted a video on their website, the Denver Post or whatever, and it was pretty cool. Showed us all getting crazy and shit, and they interviewed me, and I was talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I can imagine wanting to talk a lot of shit out there.
Oh yeah. It's fun though in enemy territory. I mean, you definitely get it's not like if you say something, it's gonna not get noticed. It gets noticed every time I post some Raider shit, which is all the time. They always gotta put a smack down on some of them.
So, were you going to the Raider game every year in Denver when they came to Denver?
Yeah. Not every year, but almost every year.
Okay, cool.
I go to pretty much all of them out here. And we throw a big tailgate party, too. And I perform at that every year out in the parking lot and shit. Our tailgates are pretty big, though, out there. There's a couple hundred people, at least, Raiders together in one area.
Did y'all have a booster club?
Yeah. The Oakland Raiders Support Booster Club was the original one out here. But now there's that and the Black Hole chapter out here, too.
Okay.
But they work together on tailgate parties. We're actually doing a barbecue together this year, too. I think the 13th, I think, is when it is. The 13th is tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I just thought of that. I got a Raider barbecue to go to tomorrow. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Well, when you're moving and getting all your stuff together, it's easy to forget stuff.
Oh, I know that, man. I've experienced that shit, man.
Yep. So I guess I got a busy day tomorrow. Actually, speaking of metal, I'm going to see some band tomorrow. They're called Kiss M. It's like a Kiss like cover band that does all the makeup and has explosions and stuff on stage and all that. I'll go to see them tomorrow. tomorrow night.
That's what you need, explosions. Are you going to have explosions on your show? Or
I don't yet, but as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to buy a bunch of stuff to like to set my show off. Like, you know, when I go travel and do my show and stuff, I want to get a nice laser show and some pyrotechnic stuff. So that's something I plan on adding to my show soon.
That's cool, man. That's real cool. Hopefully you can make it to Houston and perform.
Oh yeah. I would love to do that. That'd be cool. I don't know who's the booster club down in Houston.
Space City Raider Nation. Easy. I can set you up with them.
Yeah, you should do that. You should definitely do that. I'd like to talk to them and possibly figure out something to do down there.
Oh yeah.
You said that's week 8, right?
Let me go back to I think it was.
It was. I'm sure you said week 8 for that one. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, no, but they know how to host a party. Space City Raider Nation, man, they can host a party over there, man. It's gonna be a blast, dude. It's gonna. Oh yeah,
that'd be tight. This year we're planning on going to more road games than I've ever went to before, so that'll be real cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to go to, you know, to games where you're outnumbered, but you know you still stand strong and you rep the nation.
Hell yeah. And then you're walking down,
always a good
especially
time.
when you win, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to walk out of the stadium like Raiders.
Hell yeah!
All in everybody's face, like F you, mother.
We do that in Denver every year when we win out here.
Oh man,
it's fun. Oh, they get pissed. A lot of fights. There's a lot of fights in Denver after the game, especially when the Raiders win. Yep, it happens. It's just, you know, it's part of it. That's rivalries, sports rivalries.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go to a game in Denver, but man, now that you're moving out, I guess there's the Silver and Black Syndicate over there, that Mile High Raider. Maybe I can hook up with him.
Oh yeah, I could hook you up with people out here. They run deep. Plus, I'm going to be here for those, like the games out here, because the clubs want me to come back and perform and stuff. And, you know, me and my wife have a lot of family and friends out here. So, and like I said, we're going to have that RV to travel in. So we plan on coming out here for games.
Hell yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah. Well, basically our RV, well, like I said, it's 35 feet with 2 slides. It's a house on wheels. I mean, it has everything that a house has. Yeah. We've been getting the direct TV hookup on it so that I can have my my NFL Sunday ticket.
Oh, yeah.
So no matter where I am on the road, I can watch my Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd have to stream it, you know, or not, you know, I'd have to watch the streams on Facebook, you know, but I went ahead and got direct TV, you know,
I've had it for a few years. Even though I usually go to the clubs to watch the games, you never know. You know, sometimes I won't feel up to it. I'll be sick or something or whatever. I still have it at home that way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think I watched like 5 games in the last 3 years on it, but I've had it all like every time. So, and I still only watched like 5 games. But that's, you know, there's just no way I'm missing a Raider game. That's just, you know, that's not possible for me.
See, I like to record it. Even if I go to the club, I record it because then I'll come back home and I'll watch it a couple times during the week, man. I really like to watch Raider football. You know what I mean?
Especially if we win.
Yeah. Even if we lose, dude, I'll go back to the All-22, you know, and I'll watch all that, dude. I watch a lot of it, man. I still have games from last year saved up.
Yeah, you know, in our darkest years, what I used to do, I got all the Super Bowls on one DVD that we won, and if we had a really bad game, I'll just come home and I'll put that on and watch us win. It makes me feel better about losing. I'm like, well, look what we did then. I don't care.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we need one now, though. We need one in the next 2 to 3 years, you know.
You know, I honestly believe that we are building something. Here's what I think. I think that we're, like I said, a 10-16 this year. Now, I know the Bears did good last year, But you know how a lot of teams have a real good year that haven't been good in a long time? The next year they suck.
Yep.
I'm hoping the Bears and we get a real good draft pick out of them. And then we still have our own, so we'll have 2 number ones next year. Now, if these 3 rookie first-round picks really pan out the way I think they might, and then we get a couple next year, oh, Lord, we're looking good for years to come. I mean, we'll have a young nucleus of just a lot of talent. I think Mayock was a good move, getting Mayock. I think he's going to do a real good job for us.
Yeah, at first I was a little hesitant about that, but, he knocked it out of the park, man. He showed...
I've liked him for a while, but, yeah, I agree. I think he did knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were a little upset about the Farrell pick or, Cleveland Farrell, but...
Yeah, I was kind of iffy on it at first, but the more I've, researched it and stuff, I mean, the dude is a very good player. And he fits the scheme that we're going to run on defense better than the other players that people were hoping we picked.
Right.
He was just who we wanted. I guess from what I've read, they were trying to trade down a little bit, but they couldn't get the right suitor to take their trade offers and stuff. Because that's who they wanted. And they wanted to trade down a little because they felt like they could get him like around number 10, 11, or 12 or somewhere in there. But we didn't get the right trade, so they decided to just take the dude they wanted.
Watch him ball.
Yeah, obviously. I hope so. I think he will. I'm waiting for Arden Key this year. I think he's going to do a lot better. He's put some weight on. I think that he was so close. If you look at his highlights last year, so close on so many sacks. He couldn't quite close in.
Yep, that's what I mean. He was chasing Mahomes. Remember that when Mahomes ran 10 yards back and then away from him? That won't happen this year. He'll be strong there and pull him down,
Yeah, I think he's going to be a lot better this year. I think we'll do good. And then they got that kid, Mad Max Crosby.
Yeah.
he might be a monster too. We'll see. That'd be awesome if we have 3 really good ends. That way you keep your ends fresh.
They got the Moreau guy also, right?
Yeah.
He's a good run stopper also, from what I've read.
I think we did good. I don't know much about that Hunter Renfrow, but from what everything I've read, I guess he should be a really good slot receiver. We'll see.
Yeah, they say he has sure hands.
Yeah, that's something we need.
Yeah, we've been missing that, man. I mean, we had Crabtree.
We had
Crabtree
Seth Roberts.
Good, but Seth.
Yeah, Seth was Butterfingers, and so was Amari Cooper.
Oh man,
them guys used to drop so much shit. It would frustrate the hell out of me.
Cooper was soft, man. I can't stand that guy, man. I remember trying to defend him.
I can't either.
But, man, when he came back bashing the Raiders, man, get out of here with that, dude. You got your head smashed into your helmet by Pac-Man, and then you got up and acted friendly to him. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Don't come back and talk trash about the Raiders now.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see Marquette King was trying to do an apology to the Raiders? That dude's trash. He ain't never coming back to the Raiders. I know they ain't taking him back, and I pray they don't.
There's some other podcasters that wanted him back and all that, and they'll jump your ass. They'll jump your ass if you say something about it. But he should have known better than to come and talk to John Gruden like that. Like, look, young bug, dude, this is John Gruden. All right, we know what he can do. If you were around in the late '90s and the early 2000s, you know what John Gruden can do. You should keep your mouth shut, man.
Yep. He I don't even think he got a contract from anyone now that he got out of Denver. I don't think that dude's gonna. I don't know. He's a talented punter, but he's still just a punter.
Exactly.
And if you got a mouth like that, you ain't gonna land a job. Plus, all the penalties he used to get us, that used to kill us. All this taunting and celebrating and all this stupid shit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. That was stupid, but it was also kind of fun to watch him do that. But the shit that really got to me was like when he was over there with Aqib Talib pulling the necklace and all that. Like, dude, don't do that. What the hell is that, dude? No way would you do that.
No. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end for him as a Raider.
That's when I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Now, Bruce Irvin, even though he's not a Raider anymore, he was like he wanted to play on special teams against the Donkeys last year just so he could hurt Marquette King. He was like, I'll take a 15-yarder.
Yeah, but then he got all funky, dude. You know, because
Yeah,
of the
I know.
Mac trade. You know, come on, man.
Yeah.
Quit on us, you know. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Gruden knew, dude. I remember fucking having to argue with people, dude, online, dude. Oh, Gruden doesn't know shit. I'm like, man, I'm starting to look at when they were born. Like, man, you don't know shit, dude. Look at when you were born, dude. You know, you never seen it, dude. But
Gruden just needs to, like, he implemented his offense, and if you noticed, Carr didn't do bad the last half of the season.
No,
he actually he turned up a lot. I mean, now he was getting sacked all over the place.
51 times.
So yeah, so he did have to do some check down passes, or he would have had probably 60 or 70 sacks.
Right.
You know, but I think our line will be straight. Well, the only thing I hate is I am not a fan of Tom Cable at all. I wish they'd get rid of him, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He is a Raiders coach, so I'm not going to hate. I just hope that he pulls our line together this year.
Yeah, I remember being a Tom Cable fan, you know, when he had us at 8-8. But I knew it was over, dude, when he did all that to Randy Hansen and all that news came out, man. I mean, that was just And then now he's back, but he hasn't done shit, you know.
Yeah, he our line, the year before he came here, our line was a top 5 line.
Yeah.
And it went downhill as soon as he came here. Now, I'm hoping that his schemes work with the new players that they got. We'll see. I mean, you know, I'm not going to doubt it, but I'm still on the fence about it. We'll just see what happens. I'm praying for the best.
Yeah, I'd like to have Mike Tice back, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of him. I really liked him.
Yeah, he was good.
I agree. But you know, we'll see. You know, if our offensive line holds up with the skilled players we have on offense, we can light up the scoreboard definitely this year.
10-6, man, wild card spot. I'm telling you.
Yep, I that's my opinion too. I really agree. I'm not ready to say we're going to win the Super Bowl yet this year, but I think we can get back in the playoffs and be a good team. And then next year, all this young talent will have a little bit more experience, and I think we'll be ready to really do some damage.
Then we can talk about Super Bowls, right?
Exactly. Yep. I think Gruden wants one as a Raider. You know.
Hell yeah.
He got us to that right where we were ready for it. Had it not been for that damn stupid tuck rule thing,
yep.
You know, who knows what would have happened that year.
Yep.
We may have gotten one that year.
A lot of people will come back and say we would have lost to the Rams, but hell no, dude. Hell no. We had a
I
good
don't think we
defense, man. And we had a good offense.
Yeah, I agree. Yep, I think that would have been the year.
Yep.
And then you know, everything went sour between him and Davis for a little while towards the end, but it is what it is. His son sure doesn't hold any, you know, grudge against him, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah, Mark is quickly becoming, you know, he's moving up the ladder in my favorite Raiders of all time. You know, I mean, dude, he got the GM,
I
he
love
got
Mark.
the new stadium, and I know that hurts for Oakland fans to hear that, but he has done a lot for the Raiders. And, you know, he got Gruden back. He's patched it up.
A lot of people in Oakland, though, are starting to come around that I talked to about it, you know, because they, you know, and I feel bad for the people in Oakland, but that mayor, man, that mayor, Libby Schaefer, whatever, she never wanted to help any sports teams. She's losing them all for Oakland. That's sad for the people.
I know, dude.
But it's because she doesn't want to help anything to do with sports, which, you know, brings a lot of money to the community wherever it's at. So I don't know. I think it sucks that she did that, but at this point, man, you know, Mark held it together when they got rid of that. What was his name? The guy that was a casino owner that originally was going to help with like
Edelson or something like that.
Yeah. Adelson. Yeah. Well, he was going to help with all that money, and when he pulled out, Mark held it together and got the banks to be behind it, and fund that $650 million it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've read about it, but I believe it was like $650 million. And he was smart enough to pull it together and not let it fall apart.
Yeah, there were a lot of naysayers that were bashing him about his business abilities, man. But man, he has shown that he can do it. And the other thing is, man, he's like he doesn't really get in the spotlight unless he has to. Then he comes in and he drops a few little lines here and there, and then he goes. He disappears, you know. And
he realizes he is not his dad. When his dad was young, his dad was football.
Right.
That, you know, so he was able to be the GM and everything. Now, Mark knows that's not his role. And so he doesn't interfere in that. You know what I mean? And I like that.
Right.
He doesn't overstep his boundaries. He
stays in his lane.
He knows.
You know?
Yeah, and he trusts the people he hires. And, you know, a lot of people talk bad about Reggie McKenzie, but I think he did a good job. I don't think Reggie McKenzie. Yeah, I mean, well, you look where he took over. we were so over the cap it wasn't even funny, and put something together so that he could have some salary structure to build something upon, you know. And it was going good. The only thing I would say bad about McKenzie was his last few drafts. I don't think he hit on any of his picks really.
Yeah, he tried to reach too much.
Yeah, and that's what killed him. But as far as getting the team competitive again, he did that. You know, I mean, we had a couple of decent years in there, and one good year.
Yeah, I mean, Mark has really got it down, dude. He's you know, he was around, you know, in those 70s, in the 80s. You know, he was around then, you know, and he went and got Reggie McKenzie, an ex-Raider player. You know, he got you know, Gruden to come back. He got Mayock to come back in, right? When Mayock interviewed with Al Davis so long ago, right? You know, he's just smoothing it all out. You know, trying to win a Super Bowl. You know, I really appreciate what he's doing.
I think he'll get us a Super Bowl.
I do too.
I think within the next 3 years we'll have a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping multiples.
Yes.
Call me greedy, but I want like a fistful of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say I want the same thing. You know.
Yeah, a fistful of 5 of them will be good. 5 new ones.
Yeah.
Put us past the Patriots.
Oh God, man, I can't stand watching those guys, man.
I hate them. You know, as much as I hate the Chiefs, I actually wanted them to beat them last year, just because I am so sick of Tom Brady and freaking Bill Belichick. I hate them. I mean, they are not my worst team. The Broncos are, but I'd have to put them second, and then the Chiefs.
Man, I hate the Patriots, man, but there's a whole different kind of hate for the AFC West rivals, man. I mean, I
know
motherfuckers, man.
I do
Patriots,
too.
I look at the Patriots and I say, "Fuck you, you assholes." But what are you gonna do? You know, they won. You know, and one thing Raider Nation has to remember, right? When they say the fucking Patriots cheat, like whoa, Raider rule number one, Raider rule number one. You know, but, you know what we want to do is we want to fucking overcome that, and we be the ones that had the most, Super Bowls. You know. But,
yep, I agree. What do you think of Antonio Brown? I am so glad we got him.
At first I was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't get upset and, you know, quit on us, because, you know, he's shown that if he gets upset he could do that. But, you know, going back and looking at the footage of him and Carr in the Pro Bowl, you know, you could tell that AB really liked Carr, and then you can see that when AB showed up at Carr's house. You know, and you see him on Twitter right now working a lot, working. It's like, yeah, I'm glad we got him now. And a lot of people are saying, you know, it's going to take a little time to gel. Yeah, maybe so, but it ain't going to take that long. You know, Carr's, coming into his 6th year. AB's, 9 or so. These guys know how to play. We're going to do well.
I think they'll do good together. And the thing is that you never really heard bad stuff about Antonio Brown until last year.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's ever really questioned his work ethic or his will to win or anything. Last year, when Ben Roethlisberger threw him under the bus on a route that he said he ran wrong, when all that tension started, you know, and Ben never a lot of Ben's ex-teammates hate him. Le'Veon Bell doesn't like him either, you know. And I think that Ben started a lot of that shit with Antonio Brown, and Brown just had it with him, you know, after catching so many balls for him, you know, and for him to throw him to the bus was just that's like kid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not something you're talking about NFL veterans. I mean, I don't know how many years Roethlisberger's been in the NFL, but a lot.
Yeah, too damn long.
He shouldn't have threw his teammate that has been his best receiver he's ever had, you know, for so many years under the bus. And so I don't think Brown has ever been a bad teammate. I think that he quit on him because of all the shit that Roethlisberger did, and the fact that the brass, the Steeler brass, was there to support Roethlisberger over anybody.
And see, and I think that's going to be a major key to success with AB and Carr, right? Is that Carr never throws people under the bus like that. He assumes responsibility to the point where the Raider Nation's like, man, he's always saying the same thing. It's like, yes, dude, he's getting up there knowing that he has to do these media days, and he's never going to throw his teammates under the bus, you know?
Which I like that.
Yeah. That's a leader, man. A leader accepts responsibility, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, Carr is ready to really break out this year, is my opinion. I think he, you know, in 2016, I mean, shit, they were talking about MVP, Carr MVP and all that, you know, before he broke his leg. Well, he broke his leg, and then he comes back, he breaks his back. So he had all those injuries, and he did look scared in the pocket for quite a long time. But I think towards the end of last year, he didn't look scared anymore.
Nope,
and he looked poised again.
He kept getting up.
Yeah. Those were fluke injuries. I can take a hit, you know, and I think he was scared for a while, but because, I mean, those happened like within, you know, probably, 8 months of each other, those two major injuries.
And then the leg, and then the back.
Yeah. It was just, you know, so I think he had some fear back there in the pocket, but I think he's over his fears now. I think we should have a good offensive line. You know, we'll see, but I think we'll have a good offensive line, in my opinion.
I think we are,
as long as he's protected with the weapons he has, we'll be fine. And I think that Josh Jacobs kid's going to be real good. I think he's going to add something that we needed.
Yeah.
Not to knock Marshawn Lynch, because I've always liked Lynch. He's a great back, and he's on the fence. A lot of people think. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. And anyway, Lynch though was getting hurt, and he wasn't quite the workhorse he was when he was younger. You know what I mean? And I think this kid can be that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he can be the next, you know, Charlie Garner, Napoleon Kaufman type running back, you know.
Oh yeah. I think he can. I mean, he had a hard luck story. I think he's got a lot of he's got a chip on his shoulder, you know, from all that he's been through, and I think that he will I think he's going to be a great player.
I hope so, man. I really do.
I do too. Yeah, if our 3 first-rounders work out this year, we'll be a lot better for it.
And as far as the offensive line, dude, people, we need to remember, right? Like, Osemele was injured for a while, so we had Green and Good for 2 or 3 games that they just came in off the street, you know. So that, you know, that's and why Tom Cable's still here. You know, you can't, and then with 2 rookie tackles, so that's why. Tom Cable's
that killed
here,
us.
You know,
that's what killed us. 2 rookie tackles. Yeah. I mean, in your division, you got, you know, the Broncos. As much as I hate them, they have a good pass rush. The Chargers had a real good pass rush too last year, and so did the Chiefs.
Yep.
So, and you're talking about 2 rookies that tackle, that killed us. Colton Miller got a lot bigger and stronger in the off season.
Yeah,
he's not injured. I think he'll do good. And you know, and then we brought in Trent Brown at right tackle. So I think our tackle position will be a lot better than it was last year.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think the whole team all around is much better. You know.
You want to know the one spot I wish we would have addressed?
Tight end.
Yep. I wish we'd have kept Cook, man.
Yeah, but he was too expensive, man. He's out,
I know.
And he's out there chasing a Super Bowl. You know, I don't know
Yeah, I
if he
know.
won with Green Bay or not, but I think he's out there chasing a Super Bowl and he wants that last paycheck coming in. I'm not mad at Cook. You know, he gave us 2 solid years.
Oh no, I'm not mad at Cook. He did a good job for us.
Yeah.
He was our one steady player last year on offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was like the Marcel Reese of his 2-year span. You know.
Yep.
The go-to guy.
You know who was real good for us last year too? That people don't even talk about is Jalen Richard.
I love Richard, dude.
That dude can catch with the best of the running backs.
Yeah, and he can return punts. You know.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be a great third down back for us.
Yep.
I guess this Josh Jacobs, from the film I've seen, he looks like he can catch the ball too. But you know, I think that he'll do good. What do you think about that kid from last year, that Chris Warren?
Man, he's a thumper, dude. He's the thunder that we need, you know, and then we need Abrams to be the lightning, you know. I think if Warren can stay healthy, he is going to be legit. Because, yes, it was training camp and preseason, but he was running people over. You know, that's the key, when you can physically dominate somebody. You know what I mean? Whether they're on your level or above.
What about him being a fullback? That's what my opinion is. He's a 260 pounds now or something like that. I'd love to see him run fullback.
Yeah, but or just in the 2-back system that Gruden was talking about, with, you know, Jacobs on the left and Warren on the right. You know, that would even be awesome.
I agree. Yeah. I think that would be. So we'll see. I mean, I think that there's going to be some cool things that come into play this year that are going to catch some of us off guard, even, you know, that we don't know what Gruden's got up his sleeve. Do some cool shit.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, man. And not just Gruden, but Gunther too, man. Gunther, a lot of people are like, "Oh man, we're loading up on the offense." Like, ooh, wait, are you watching what we're doing on the defense, man?
Oh yeah,
they added the pass rusher that they needed, and like if you go back and look at Cleveland's numbers, dude, he was right up there with some of the best of the pass rushers. You know, they got the Moreau defensive end. Hurst is coming back. Hall coming back. Hankins is coming back. You know, got LaMarcus Joyner. We got Worley coming back in his second year. Conley's gonna come back and play well. There was, and I think Trayvon Mullen, dude, when I was watching him run side by side with AB and catch the ball, and then they both go to the ground, and Mullen's in possession, in control, semi-control of the ball, I'm like, okay, this kid's going to be good, because he didn't allow a touchdown in college in his entire career, you know? So I'm looking at him, and I'm hoping that Carl Joseph, I would like to see Carl Joseph at free safety, because last year, I can't remember what game it was, but they threw the ball deep, and he just like, boom, he turned around and beelined it, you know, and cut the wide receiver off, and the ball was overthrown, ended up being overthrown by like 5 or 7 yards, you know, and that's exactly what we need, and he can lay the wood, you know, and then Abrams is there, we still got Harris, man. I mean, I think Gunther's, he was saying, like last year, you know, I couldn't really, it was Manila offense or defense, you know what I mean? But this year
he didn't have the right personnel.
He's got his true green dot, you know, he's got Burfict, you know. Calling the plays, knows the system, can get those defensive linemen in the right gaps, you know, understands, can call audibles and whatnot. He's the Derek Carr of the defense, you know, and it's just a matter of whether he's going to get suspended or be able to stay healthy, you know. But you know, I mean, even Brandon Marshall, that's another name, you know, and Markel Lee was looking good in that defense, you know. He just needed to put on some more weight, and he did it. You know, I'm excited, man, about that defense, dude. I think all we need is a top 10 defense, and I think we can do that. I think we'll be floating right around 10, 8, you know, between 10 and 8, you know, as far as like our rankings. And then, you know, if we drop, maybe we'll drop to like 12 and 13 or something like that. But I think we'll be in the top half of the, you know, the defenses, you know.
And I'm positive we're going to be in the top half of the offense this year.
Oh yeah, dude, Carr. Dude, that's what I mean. Like, I don't give a
we're
damn.
A top
if he
10 offense.
Down. Yeah, I don't give a damn if he, you know, has to check down all he wants. If Abrams can get that check down and run, you know, 40 yards, that's what we need. You know, but Carr knows how to deliver the ball. He can read. I remember watching him against the Patriots, right, in 2014. Remember, he brought us all the way back, right? But that phantom holding call on Jackson, right? And we would have beat the Patriots, man. That's when I said this kid can play, because he's, you know, he starts out. A lot of these quarterbacks, they start out, they do that 1 read, 2 read, and then they run, or they quickly look to the right and then they run, or you know, they dump it off. But Carr was surveying the field, you know what I mean? You know, and he needs to run a little bit more, right, to help the offensive line. But at the same time, we have a true pocket passer, and that's what you need in the NFL. You know.
Yep. I think we'll be good.
Oh,
I think we'll get it in this year.
Oh yeah.
It definitely ain't gonna be no 4-12.
No. Nah, we should have been, 7-9 last year at the least, but we just couldn't. We didn't have.
We
the
should have won a
roster.
few of them, yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't have the roster to overcome those mistakes. You know.
Yeah, I agree, brother. I agree 100.
I appreciate your
well,
time. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Me and my wife got to go to this band practice thing.
Cool.
With my old metal band because I'm doing a show out here in Denver with them.
Nice.
But we'll talk soon, brother.
For sure.
All right. Much love to the nation out there, man.
Much love.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Well, get at me.
Yes, sir. I will.
All right.
Later.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Bye.